Pimblett wasn't done after his last fight. He didn't just call out Ilia Topuria inside the cage, he took it straight to his fans on a live session. He looked right into the camera and said what he really felt. That shove from Topuria clearly got under his skin. You could see the fire in Paddy's eyes. He warned Ilia to never cross paths with him outside the cage. "I'll knock his head clean off," Paddy said furiously. "I'll leave him begging for his life." He meant every word.
Well done, lad.
Look at me. Look at me.
That was a heavy knockout. I'll give you that respect. But you will never knock me out.
I'm going to
You cannot
submit.
knock me
You'll
out.
live. What I'm going to do is
you can't
I'm going to put my
You
balls
know
in
you
your
can't knock me out. You know I don't get knocked out.
You get knocked out.
I finish
you.
you.
Get knocked out even before the fight.
I finish you, little
Get
man.
that your ass from here.
I finish
Get
you.
that.
But at the end, I was like, this is competition. I have to do my job, and that's it. But with Paddy, I'm really gonna enjoy kicking his ass.
Ilia, after the fight, we saw on the cameras.
People doubted Paddy. They said Topuria would be too much for him, but Paddy didn't back down. He told everyone loud and clear that he's doing everything in his power to get that fight. This wasn't just about rankings anymore. It was personal. And what really set him off? That push. That shove reignited everything between them.
When I saw him last time, he got a hand sanitizer bottle bounced off his pod.
I don't understand you or anything. Back in the flouty mouth, like what?
Hand sanitizer, boy!
You. You want to
No one even knows your fucking name, lad. You're known as hand sanitizer, boy. You little.
Their rivalry isn't new. It dates back to 2022 in London. That time, Paddy threw a bottle of hand sanitizer at Ilia in a hotel. That's where it all started. Since then, both fighters have made big moves. Ilia became the featherweight champ. Paddy rose through the lightweight ranks with some incredible wins. But the bad blood never went away.
That shirt. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
Just this past weekend at UFC 314, Paddy stepped into the Octagon with former title challenger Michael Chandler. It wasn't an easy fight, but Paddy delivered. A third-round TKO that had the crowd on their feet. He wasn't just fighting Chandler, he was sending a message to Ilia. After the win, he used his spotlight to call out Topuria. He even gave a brutal prediction for how that fight would end.
I forgot all about him. All the other mentioned there in the cage. You know what I mean? I don't call him on the sanitizer boy anymore.
In his post-fight Octagon interview, Paddy wasn't holding back. He name-dropped big names: Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, Charles Oliveira, Armen Tsarukyan. And then in the press conference afterward, when asked about Topuria, Paddy admitted something surprising. "I actually forgot about him," he said. "Didn't even come to mind, or I would have mentioned him in the cage." Then came the dig. "I don't even call him hand sanitizer boy anymore, but he's irrelevant. I'm ranked higher than him at lightweight. I'd love to welcome him to 155.
Charles and you shared some words in the cage. If it's a private conversation, I understand, but what, if you're able to share, what was
Share like very respectful words with each other. All the respect in the world for Charles. He's a legend. He's a legend, and I have all the admiration in the world for him. He's, as I said, an amazing human being, a role model for all of us.
Booed. Is that because you're fighting fan favorites?
But Paddy wasn't done. He sent a strong warning to Ilia. Now that Topuria had vacated the featherweight belt and was moving to lightweight, Paddy knew it was personal. "He's sitting around waiting for a title shot," Paddy said, "but what I did to Chandler, that's just half of what I'll do to him. He was convinced Topuria would fold. He's even more of a Java than Chandler, Paddy added. Same plan, same result, and it's not just Paddy talking. Former double champ Henry Cejudo chimed in too. In a recent interview, he said, "I like Paddy versus Ilia. There's history there. They even shook hands not long ago, but then Paddy opened his mouth again. That's the fight to make."
Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
After UFC 317, Paddy joined the ESPN post-fight show, and once again, the topic of Ilia Topuria came up. This rivalry goes deep, all the way back to when they both fought on the UFC London card in 2022. Now, Topuria's the lightweight champ, Paddy just knocked out Chandler, their paths were bound to cross, and now they have. When Paddy was asked if he'd get into the Octagon if Ilia won his next fight, his answer was immediate. "Always," he said. "We've got real history. This isn't like other fights. This sells itself. No fake drama. We hate each other, like truly hate. I haven't seen anything like this since Khabib and McGregor."
Well, he's already busted up. Oh my goodness. He called it. Gonna knock him out in the first round. He did it. My goodness. Celebrating already this victory, but this is why. Look at that right hand. Left hook behind it.
If you were to fight Paddy Pimblett, do you think that might be at a different weight division? Because he looked like a heavyweight in there. What was going through your mind when Paddy Pimblett stepped in the Octagon?
He's fat. He's not someone that looks big because he has that muscle. It's because he's very undisciplined.
Did you think it might get physical?
I saw fear in his eyes, and you know, the eyes never lie.
And Paddy meant it. "I wouldn't even want to finish him early," he said. "I'd drag it out, elbow him for 4 rounds straight. I want to disfigure him." Meanwhile, Topuria had his own thoughts. At his post-fight press conference, he was asked the same thing. Did he want Paddy next? Ilia didn't hesitate. "Yes," he said, "that's the one. With Oliveira, I had respect. But with Paddy, I'm going to enjoy kicking his head."
Shut up.
That's what you are. You're a little
Shut up. If not, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna crush your face right here.
Do it then, you little
mushroom.
fart.
You have another question?
Do it. Do it then, you little... What? Do it. Do it. Come on, do something then. Do something, stand up. What'll you do? You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing, you little fart. Go and sit back down. Sit back down.
Win one more fight, or is that who you want? You're going to tell the UFC you want next?
I don't know. Someone from my team told me that Dana was a little bit angry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah? That he said that...
He said that if he was there, he would not have let that happen.
Yeah, but he wasn't there. So, mate, that has to happen.
But the UFC brass had some concerns. Dana White, for instance, wasn't happy with how things played out after the fight. When asked about Ilia confronting Paddy inside the cage, he didn't hold back. "I don't know who the hell let him in there," he said. "That should have never happened." Apparently Dana had already left cage side and was furious that it got that far.
Ilia, after the fight, he called in Paddy Pimblett and brought him into the cage, and they had a face-off. Obviously, they've got a long history together. I know there's a lot of options on the table for Ilia, but when he shows that type of interest in a fight, does that make you want to make it?
Well, I don't know who the hell let him in there. That should have never happened. Let's start there. I was already back in my room, or that would have never happened. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think about that stuff tonight, other than, obviously the Van fight. But
Topuria's victory was a big deal. His second UFC title across 2 weight classes, but White felt the celebration could have been handled better. His wife and kid were in the Octagon, Dana said. That wasn't the time for that kind of face-off. "I don't care if it's exciting for fans. It just shouldn't happen like that." Ilia had just stepped up to fight for the vacant lightweight belt. He was up against a fan favorite, Oliveira. It was a big moment.
No, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. My thing with Ilia, with Topuria is his wife and kid are in the Octagon. That's not the fight. It's just, yeah.
It was fun to watch.
It shouldn't happen.
It was fun to watch.
Wow. That's not really what we do. Give a shit if it was fun to watch or not. It's just that shouldn't happen. Plus, he wins a second title in a higher division. It was a bad call by whoever.
Leading up to the fight, Ilia had promised a knockout. And he delivered. First round, KO that lit up the arena. That win didn't just give him the belt, it set the stage for a showdown with Paddy. Paddy, who just beaten Chandler, was now in the spotlight too. And when Ilia called him out from the cage, it all came full circle. They faced off, Paddy looked him in the eyes and said, "Well done, lad, that was a heavy knockout, respect, but you'll never knock me out." Ilia, never one to stay quiet, replied, "I'll take your head, you little idiot, I'll put my balls on your forehead." Paddy didn't flinch. "I never get knocked out. I'll finish you, little man."
I think your son stole the show in a lot of the embedded series, hitting pads, and he entered the Octagon with you, and you gave him a rose when you got the belt.
You know, the first thing he told me when I came out from the Octagon, why you connect the right punch like this and you did the uppercut? And I'm like, oh, okay, the next time we will try it.
And then came the shove. Just before it happened, Ilia said, "Get your bum head out of here." Security had to step in, escorting Paddy out as the crowd watched, buzzing with energy.
As I say, I literally forgot all about him. That's how relevant he is. I'm ranked higher than he is at lightweight, so, you know, I'd love to welcome him to 155, but apparently he's sitting out and waiting for the title shot. But, you know, that what I've just done to Chandler, that, but we've lived to be, you know, he's even more of a midget than Chandler is. Like, I'll do the exact same thing to Ilia than one of them.
From the start, Ilia had been sharp. He stuffed Oliveira's takedown early and kept control. Oliveira nearly had him in a heel hook, but Ilia stayed calm. They got back to their feet, and then Ilia landed a clean right, followed by a left hook. Lights out.
He's obsessed with me, lad. It's heavy.
Shut the fuck
He
up.
hasn't stopped tweeting about me all week, lad. He needs to sort his life out.
Back in your mouth, loudly, loudly, shut up, man. You wanna talk to me like the man to man? You said something about me. I went to your country. I slapped your face. I get at the wasting win. I walk like a king in your
Are
street.
you talking English?
And what
there?
you did?
What you are? You're a little
Shut up. If not, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna crash your face right here.
Do it then.
All right, I don't know what the hell just happened here, bro.
In his post-fight interview, Ilia said it all. "I already said it. I represent the new generation of MMA. This is next level stuff. This is what I bring. We planned it and boom, out cold." He had already knocked out Max Holloway before that, vacated the featherweight belt, and now he's the lightweight king.
And what's amazing too is not the way you performed, but the fact that you called your shot, right? The whole time you said, "I'm gonna knock him out in the first round." Was anybody around you maybe saying like, "Bro, like, calm down a little bit. We're moving up. This is Charles Oliveira. You don't have to say first round."
Everyone around me knew it that I would do it. Everyone knew it.
Very nice. I thought it was amazing too when you were walking.
Ilia's confidence was sky high. In his own words, "This is what I represent, the next generation, the next level." And when he knocked out Max Holloway, someone who had never been finished like that before, he wasn't just making a statement, he was rewriting the future of MMA. He left the featherweight division behind and set his eyes on bigger targets at 155 pounds. That's where everything gets more intense.
Happening at lightweight now. I hope, as crazy as it sounds, I hope Ilia goes up to 55. I really do.
What about
Volkanovski, Diego Lopez, 45.
I'll take that.
Ilia goes up to 55. Fuck, I don't care if he only defended the title one time or didn't.
Agree.
Who cares?
You want Ilia to fight Makhachev?
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
On the other side of the cage, another storm was brewing. Islam Makhachev, the reigning lightweight champ, might be moving up too to welterweight or even middleweight. But before that, fans think there's one epic fight left to make. Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev. Why? It started with a cryptic post from Islam, a selfie with fire extinguishers and a caption that read, "Someone needs to be put out." It didn't take long for fans to figure it out. They knew he was talking about Ilia. One fan said, "Let him cook." Another commented, "He's coming for Topuria." A third added, "Topuria's gonna kill this man and end his career." The internet exploded with speculation. Ilia's supporters believe he's ready. They've seen him knock out legends. They've seen him take belts in 2 divisions. They believe he's the one who can shock the world again.
Again tonight, like the first time the camera showed you, it seemed like there was just a smile on your face. I mean, here's this pressure-packed situation, and you're just...
I just came to collect my belt. I already won it in the training sessions. I know how hard I work. I know what I'm able to do in the sparring sessions and the training sessions. I know how good I am.
Even Joe Rogan, someone who's watched every legend rise and fall, jumped in on the conversation. During his Fight Companion podcast for UFC 312, he looked at the 2025 fight calendar and made it clear: Topuria versus Pioca. and creates Makhachev is the fight he wants to see most. Joe said what many are thinking. I know Ilia hasn't cleared out his own division, but who cares? Let's go. Let's freaking go. Rogan doesn't think it matters if Ilia defended his featherweight title once or 10 times. His recent wins say it all. After finishing Alexander Volkanovski and then Max Holloway, Ilia proved he's not just a flash in the pan. These are two of the greatest featherweights ever, and he knocked them both out.
Pull those guys first, like you just said.
Yeah, it'd be nice, but also, who cares? Let's go. Let's fucking go. That's if you want to make the big fight for July. You want to make that big fight in July? Is it the Volkanovski rematch? I don't know. I think Volkanovski's people want to probably see him win one.
Joe said, I hope Ilia goes up to 155, I really do, and he wasn't alone. People are excited. They want something fresh, something real. The hype isn't just about belts. It's about talent, confidence, and timing. Ilia says, no one matches my skills in the Octagon. And maybe, just maybe, he's right. But still, there's another storyline that hasn't gone away. Volkanovski. Some fans want to see a rematch between Topuria and Volk, but Rogan had doubts. He pointed out that Volk had just come off 2 knockout losses, first to Islam, then to Ilia. He's a legend, no doubt, Rogan said, but maybe let him beat someone else first before chasing a rematch. Rogan isn't against the idea, he just wants Volk to be at his best. He shouldn't have taken that fight so quickly after getting knocked out by Islam, Joe said. 3 months later? That's rough. Still, nothing is off the table. And while all that's happening at the top of the lightweight mountain, Paddy Pimblett is still right there, loud, confident, and waiting, ready to fight Ilia. He's made it clear, you said you're ready to go up a division, I'm here, I'm ready, let's talk. The fans are split. Some believe Paddy's not quite there yet. They say he needs to fight another top 5 guy before getting a shot at someone like Ilia. But Paddy's fans aren't buying it. They say he's proved enough, that beating Chandler and stepping up over the years makes him more than ready, and honestly, this fight doesn't need selling. Everyone knows the story. Everyone remembers the bottle incident, the shoves, the trash talk, the face-offs. This is one of those rare matchups where the hype is real and it's earned. It's 2 fighters on fire, 2 fighters with real hatred, not manufactured drama. This is personal. And at this point, the question isn't if it'll happen, it's when, because when Paddy Pimblett and Ilia Topuria finally step into that cage, after all the insults, all the wins, all the waiting, it won't be just another UFC fight. It'll be war. The fans feel it, the fighters know it, and the UFC, well, it'd be crazy not to make it happen. So what do you think? Is Paddy ready? Will Ilia take the fight, or will someone else get in the way? And that's all for now. For the best updates on news, moments, events, and action in the world of combat sports, subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. Until next time, peace.